Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Pink Sweets with a 1 instead of an I. I hope you guys are doing well today, and today I'm going to film a video that is a little bit different from my style, but it is going to be a beachy, bronze, glam, inspired look. I was watching a few videos on YouTube and I saw Samantha Ravndal did kind of a beachy glam type of look as well. It was like bronzy and then it had a pop of color on the lash line. So that is what I want to do today. I thought it was beautiful on her. She's a little bit darker than I am. She's not, she's tan. So I don't know how it's going to look on my fair skin, but we're going to find out. And I wanted to do something a little bit more neutral-ish, but with a touch of glam. And I wanted to really use this Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I know it's expensive. I love Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I told you guys that when I did my Tropic palette review and tutorial, but I really do enjoy her eyeshadows. And I got this for Christmas, so this is what she looks like, and I've tried it a few times before. I do like it, but you certainly do not need this palette to do this look. Urban Decay came out with a recent palette. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's something, the Beach palette maybe is what it's called. My friend got it recently, my friend Jenny, so hi Jenny. And when she showed me the palette, that's also another thing that inspired me to do this look. And then I saw Samantha Ravndal do a tutorial similar to what I had in mind, so I figured I would do that today, and let's get started. So I have already primed my eyes. I used a combination of my paint stick and my concealer because I didn't want it to be as stark white as normal when I use really bright colors, but I did want it to still be able to make the colors pop. I'm also going to go in with something else. Let me get my bronzer out of the way. Which is a glitter adhesive, because a lot of the Natasha Denona eyeshadows have a lot of shimmer in them, and that's what I want. The lid to be very shimmery, and the bottom is going to be like a pop of color. So once I get to the lid shades, I will be using the NYX glitter adhesive. So first I'm going to start, though, with most likely a matte shade, or at least a satin shade, in the outer corner. And we're also going to use a little bit of glitter today. So I'm going to start out with, let me just clean this off of my color switch. And as you can tell, I already have tape on, and I did my brows. I actually went a little bit lighter with them, and I just kind of used a purple, like lilac-y eyeliner. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe R37, and the eyeliner that I used for my brows, not that I think that looks particularly good, but I mean, I think it did a good job, good enough for today. But it is the Makeup Geek Full Spectrum eyeliner. I'm kind of testing out what shades I like, because I want to get some of the Kat Von D brow pomade, and I want to know if I want to match my hair exactly, which I need to touch up my roots, or if I want it to be more like matching the bottom shades. I haven't really decided yet. Probably I'm going to match whatever is up here, but I think last time I went in with red up here. I think next time I'm going to go in with the magenta. So anyhow, long story short, my brows are done. So I'm going to go in with this shade up here, and let's see, that is the shade. These, for as expensive as these palettes are, you would think the shade names would be on the palette itself. But this shade is called Atmosphere. And it's not a shimmer, but it's not a matte either. It's kind of like a satin shade. And it's kind of like a coppery, taupey color. It looks very pretty. I haven't used all the shades in this palette, but I have used some of them. So this one is one that I have not yet used, so I figured I would use it. I'm trying really hard to do a mixture of neutral glam, is what I like to call it, looks and colorful looks on my channel. I am going to have more colorful looks than neutral, because that is my style, but I do want to do, I have lately been really into more neutral looks, and also I want to mix it up because I know that there are people watching who don't always use, crazy colors, which is fine. Everybody has their preference. But I want to, I want to do something for everyone. And I want to I love neutral looks. I just tend to not like them on myself, but when I see them on other people, I'm like, gosh, that is so beautiful. I wish that would look good on me. So I figured maybe if I experiment, I'll find some that I think look good on me. And yeah, so I'm just building up that shade. This is probably going to be the darkest shade I'm going to use for this look, because I do want it to be nice and bronzy and beachy themed, but I don't want it to be super dark. Before I continue with my eyeshadow, I'm going to put on my primer really quick. I'm going to be using something different today, and this is a radiant primer. This is the 24 karat gold pure luxury lift and firm prism cream. So it actually has, it's by Peter Thomas Roth, and it actually has like skincare properties in it, but it will give your foundation a really nice glow underneath. I don't know. It's not like super obvious, but it does leave like a kind of a, oh, why is my neck like that? It will leave like a sheen to your face, and it'll make any foundation you put over top of it a bit more dewy. So I like to use this when I'm trying to do that beachy or any kind of glowy type of look. So I'm going to put that on, give that some time to settle in. If you go in with your primer right before your foundation is definitely going to look a little bit more cakey. Just trying to figure out what's going on with my neck here. I don't know. I think I was scratching at it, or I was carrying my dog a few moments ago. I took him outside and I was carrying him inside, and then he might have rubbed up against my neck. So next I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's kind of like an orangey, like almost like a sun-kissed look. So we're going to go in with that shade, and then I'll see if there's any other shades that I want to go in with, because I want to make the lid kind of simple, I think I'm going to stick with the same brush, but this is where I'm going to go in with the glitter adhesive. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the NYX glitter adhesive, maybe. Okay, what is going on? There we go. It's like stuck. So I'm going to go in with the NYX glitter adhesive. I took way too much, just a little bit, and I like to rub it in my fingers a little bit, let it get a little bit tacky, and then just pat it wherever I'm going to be putting shimmer. I don't want it to be too liquidy. I do like this one better than the Too Faced glitter glue, I'm going to be honest. Well, I'm always going to be honest, but I've had the glitter glue for a while. Oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful shade. Look at that shade. This eyeshadow palette is very expensive. Like I said, I got it as a gift. I don't know if I would spend the money myself. It would depend. Like if I was buying it to review for my channel, probably. If I was buying it just because, probably not. I don't know. Maybe I would. Like I said, I'm a collector of makeup. If I could afford it, I would buy it. Or I might buy it on Beautylish, which, like I said, you can buy it in payments. I don't know. I'm crazy like that, though. But, like I said, You do not need this palette to create this look. Urban Decay just came out with the new Beach palette, like I said. Juvia's Place has gorgeous, gorgeous neutrals. They just came out with a new palette called the Warrior palette, which I plan to get and review on my channel. I'm going back in with that first shade just to, we lost a little bit of it when we put that shade on. You can get the Nubian 1 palette by Juvia's Place is great. NYX has a bunch of neutral palettes. ColourPop, ColourPop actually has a palette called the Yes Please palette, which people have done side-by-side dupe videos using that palette and this palette. That palette is like $16, I think. So, but for me, I just collect Natasha Denona palettes. So, I asked for it for Christmas. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush. We're probably just going to use this blue one. I just say blue from now on, the blue one. And I'm going to go in with this beautiful, like, almost like a wheat gold shade. Is that even a thing? I think it is a wheat gold shade, right? And we're just going to pop that in the inner corner. Okay, who is doing that over there? Hey, Sugi, Sophie. Sophie has these adorable little, I call them her Grinch feet. She has like hair that, and her feet go like this. So like, it looks like the little Grinch, you know, the Grinch that stole Christmas. It looks like his hands. That's what her paws look like. I also call her little Sophie Loo-Hoo. But she has lots of nicknames. But she likes to lick them nonstop. And I don't know what it is. Tell me if you guys feel this way. I can't stand it when dogs are like, or people. People, dogs, whoever. I don't like that noise. Okay, and then I think I'm actually going to take that wheat gold shade and put just a little bit on my brow bone. That is something that I've realized that I have been forgetting lately, is to highlight my brow bone. Like yesterday, I filmed a video and I said, oh, I'm going to go in with this shade. And I was like, no, wait, I have something else I want to use on the brow bone. Uploaded the video, realized I never highlighted my brow bone. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I just forget. And I think part of me forgets because my paint stick is so pigmented that my brow bone just looks white. So it's like I sometimes feel like I don't need it. I am going to go in with just a smidge of that color on the outer corner. Not too much, but I just want to warm it up a little bit and deepen it just a little bit. This quickly turned into a much more pigmented tutorial than what I expected, because when I was watching the tutorials that I was inspired by, they weren't this pigmented, but that's okay. I like pigmented, and when I do neutral, I still like pigmented. I don't know why I'm saying that weird. Pigmented. I don't know. Pigmented. Pigmented? Whatever. Okay, now we're going to grab one of our wipes. The Almay Clear Complexion 4-in-1 Makeup Remover Purifying Towelettes. I still haven't gotten any more of the Neutrogena wipes. Oh, you guys, every single video I drop something. Every single one. That hardly had any fallout, honestly. For what is wrong with me? As much stuff as I was putting on my eyes, hardly any fallout. I'm literally just, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, I got an eyelash. Make a wish. Okay. There we go. Just want to make sure they match. Okay. So, we already have our primer on. Now, I'm going to go in today with the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I am in the shade, or at least I got the shade 705. And I'm just shrinking it up. And I love this foundation. I actually need to get more fairly soon. I don't know if I'm going to get the same shade. When I got mine, I didn't really notice what the shade, oh, and this is what it looks like, and it's dirty. The lid, the foundation, I feel like this bottle, I feel like it leaks sometimes, and the lid will not stay on. But no one else has had that issue but me, so, or at least I don't think they have, so pretty sure I just got it done. But I got it when it first came out, and when it first came out, it had, like, the display I got mine from was like an end cap, and it only had a few shades on the end cap. I know that they have way more shades than what I saw, but from what I hear, the shade range is not great as of right now. I don't know if they're going to be coming out with more shades, but Raw Beauty Christie was talking about that, and she said, yeah, CoverGirl, you need to come out with more shades, and I agree. And apparently they need to come out with more shades on both sides of the spectrum. I would normally be a lighter foundation, I think, than this. I mean, it's not a bad match, but it's not like my best match. But it's okay for me I mean, it's not okay that they don't have enough shades, but they need to make more. But it's like I'm saying, this is okay that it's darker on me today, because when I'm doing a beachy type of look, I do want my skin to be a little bit bronzed, a little bit darker. So for me, with this shade, if it's a little bit darker, I'm okay with it. But I do find that this foundation actually does not oxidize on me at all. Like, not even a little bit. Which I like. I can't stand it when I buy a foundation. It looks like it's the perfect shade. And then, no, like 10 seconds later, or 3 minutes later, or as the tutorial goes on, it just gets darker and darker and darker. So I'm going to use the Naked Skin color correcting fluid from Urban Decay today in the shade Pink. For me, I've mentioned this before, it is a good highlighter, concealer shade, well, to highlight as well. So that's what I use it for sometimes. And I'm just going to blend that in with my Sonia Kashuk sponge. You guys have seen me use this many times before. This is a new one. I retired the other one. I mean, I'll still probably keep it. Sometimes I keep them. I'll just wash them really well and then keep them to the side to use in order, you know how I like to pat out my eyeshadow base and stuff like that. I just don't feel like it's something I want to put all over my face anymore, or, you know, if it gets a rip in it or something, though, I'll throw it away because that can harbor bacteria, so you don't want that. So next I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. This is in 10. Normally I use 05. I mean, I use 10 as well, but 10 is a little bit darker, obviously. And I today want to be a little bit, 05 is a little bit lighter, and today I want to be a little bit darker. So I'm using 10 today. So that's what I'm going to use today, because I do really like this setting powder, and not just as a drugstore powder, but just anything. Like, I can use it compared to high-end, and I would compare it and say that it works just as well. I mean, I've used so many setting powders. Kat Von D, the Coty Airspun, the Peach Perfect, Charlotte Tilbury, I think. gosh, what was that? Laura Mercier. That's like the one that everyone likes to use. And I would say this one is just as good, if not better. So that's saying a lot. Now we're going to go in with this brush I used yesterday from the Unicorn collection. And I really liked it a lot. I liked the brushes that I did use from this collection. They work very well. I'm just going to knock off the excess powder. Oh, my baby hairs, they are so flyaway-y today. And not only that, but they get foundation in them, so then they look white and gray. And also, last but not least, they just stick up and it annoys me. Oh well. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We're gonna go in with Sweetie Pie bronzer from Too Faced Cosmetics. I love this bronzer. I got it when I was reviewing the Too Faced Peach collection. And it has a peach scent, but it's not as scented as some of the products, which I don't mind because I don't necessarily want my bronzer to smell like fruit. But today I'm not contouring so much as just really bronzing up the face as much as I can bronze up this pale face of mine. And I'm just using that same brush. I like this brush for many different uses. I told you guys how I ended up with all these lovely baby hairs that annoy the crap out of me, I think. But if I didn't, or if you don't remember, it's because I was like, I had all these like hairs like framing my face. I wanted my hairline to be a little bit different. I saw this girl on YouTube who like, I almost dropped my Sunset palette, who uses like a little razor on her hairline, and I was like, oh, well maybe I'll just cut some some hairs that I want to get rid of, and it'll change the hairline to look the way I want it to. Biggest mistake ever. Now I have to wait for them to grow out to be the length of the rest of my hair. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. And I'm sure it's annoying to you guys too, because you hear about it all the time. Actually, let me see if I can, like when I brush my hair and I wear it down, it actually, you can't see them as much. And when they're fresh, when my hair's freshly like colored, you can't see it as much either. But when, and I've got powder all over my shirt again. But when my hair is up, like if I'm gonna put it up, I really have to like spray my hair because otherwise, baby hairs. Okay, so now that we're powdered, we're gonna use blush, and I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place. This is the Saharan Volume 2 blush palette. And it looks like this. It's gorgeous. And I am just going to use a little bit of this one and this one mixed together. Literally just tapping it. And I'm just going to go, see, did you see, I mean, you saw how little I tapped, right? And I'm just going right there. That's like the only place I want to contour just a little bit more. Maybe a little bit here. I'll just take whatever's left. But I really want to look bronzed today. So I want some pigment. I'm so pale. And I don't want a tan. I don't. I'd rather fake tan by, using blush and bronzer and this, that, and the other thing. I would consider fake tanning, maybe, but I don't want to actually get any sun. I mean, I like going in the sun, but I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want it to affect my skin. So I'm going in with this shimmery shade right here. And I'm just going to blush up my cheeks. And I'm just using a little bit of that. I mean, these blushes are amazing. Juvia's Place is amazing. And you can use any of your beauty influencers codes for like 10% off, which makes it even less expensive. That was the shade Sola. I used Yara and B for my bronzer. Sola is that one, and I'm going to use a little bit of Lena on top of Sola. Just, wow. Literally, I tapped the tiniest amount. We're going to blend that out because I look like I'm having a heat stroke or something. I mean, it's like, whew. Okay, I'm going to go in with some loose powder, the Better Skin Powder by Maybelline, and we're just going to try and tone that down. I don't know, I might have to go over it with my beauty blender because that is nuts. Whew-wee. Okay, let's try. I'm just going to use the one with my foundation. And if you want to clean up your contour at all you have to do is take your beauty blender that had your foundation and powder on it. See how that took away the muddiness because it had come down a little bit too far? You guys hear everything dropping? What was that? That was a liquid lipstick. Okay, so we're just, yeah, I wanted to be bronzed, right? Okay, so next we're going to take, I'm going to take Fix Plus today. And I'm just going to spray that on my face to meld in the powders. Maybe I'll use some to glue down my baby hairs. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm just trying to think. I think I'm going to go in with a highlighter I've never used on my channel. This is Ofra's Rodeo Drive. Oh, that's what I was saying. So you can go in, you can go on juviasplace.com and you can type in any of your favorite beauty influencers code. Just about any beauty influencer that's been on YouTube for a while has a code. I usually use Babs Beauty's code. She is amazing. And I think I've talked about her before. I'll just use this highlighter brush. Or actually, I'll use this eyeshadow brush as a highlighter. This is the Morphe M504. It's like a very large blending brush, but it's good for doing precise highlighting. And her code is Babs Beauty, I think. And I usually use her code to get 10% off. Maybe one day I'll have my own code. I don't know what that is. Why do I look so dumb when I wink? You know what I mean? I'm like if I was flirting, I'd be like, or like, what is that? Like, I just can't. I don't know how to sexy wink. Oh well, I don't need to know, right? That's gorgeous. I just wanted more of a, okay, that was like a bit much. I just wanted these highlighters are intense. I just wanted a golden type of highlighter. Normally I do like pinky, peachy, or white highlighters. But I really wanted something pretty and more gold. And I think I achieved it. Alright, so now we're going to transform the look. And I know you're like, what are you talking about? So we're going to go into the Juvia's Place. This is a Juvia's Place tutorial, I guess. Actually, first we're going to go into our eyeliner. Yes. Our Lancome black eyeliner. And we're going to go into our waterline with that. We're almost done, guys. I'm trying to make this tutorial much shorter than yesterday's like 2-hour long tutorial. that was a full face of my favorite product. I have a lot of favorites. And you don't know what it took to cut down my list of favorites. Because I was like, but this is my favorite. No, wait, this is my favorite. But some categories were easy, like eyeshadows, because hands down, Juvia's Place. And that's another thing. Look what I just did. That's another thing that really kind of baffles / ticks me off, is how do companies like Juvia's Place or BH Cosmetics, well, I'm just going to use Juvia's Place because I really feel like they are in a league of their own when it comes to more affordable eyeshadows. I think they're better than, I'll just say, a lot of companies out there. But I don't understand how they can come out with a palette that costs $20 and has amazing pigmentation and all that stuff. But, you know, then there's another company like this one that, you know, the eyeshadow palette costs like $129, and it's like, you know, and they're like, well, you know, we use this ingredient or that, and it's like, no. I mean, if Juvia's Place can make these awesome pigmented eyeshadows for a cheaper price, there's got to be a way. So we're actually going to go in with this one right here, this blue one. It is called ABBA. This is the Festival palette. Look at that artwork. The artwork on their palettes is amazing. It's absolutely stunning. And I cannot wait. I'm going to go to my mailbox today, and I'm going to be picking up I got a package from Juvia's Place. I ordered the Saharan 2 palette, so look out for a tutorial coming on that. I think that neutral, like bronzy gold, coppery shades look so beautiful with pops of color, especially like this shade of blue, like a teal bluish green. Like it just, I've said like a lot in this video. I think it's because I'm tired. That's normally when I say like a lot. But I think that this shade complements these shades so well. I think that's why when Urban Decay created the Beach palette, they did now that palette is more, the shades are a bit different. They're not like oranges and copperies and yellow golds. They're more pink, rusty type of, I don't know. Look it up online. It's pretty. But it's a little bit different than this one, than this look. But again, they did pair it with this type of blue. And I think that that was such a good call, because I do think that any of the beachy earthy tones, that's what I'm trying to say. The beachy earthy tones go really well with this pop of bluish green. I think it looks very pretty. So, if I do say so myself. What was that? Myself. Am I doing the Macarena? Okay. So, we're going to go in with the Maybelline Total Temptations Mascara. And we're going to put that on the upper and lower lash line, which is generally where people put mascara, right? It's one of those days again, guys, where I'm tired and I'm getting delirious. I am actually in shock, though, how much I like this look on myself, which is crazy because it's not like super flashy and bright. I mean, it's bright and it's pigmented and it's you know, pretty, and it reminds me of like beachy glam, like I said, but It's not my typical in your face, boom, I'm wearing eyeshadow kind of look. And I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm branching out. Do you guys have any plans for the weekend since it's Friday? Let me know in the comments down below. By the way, I just thought I would tell you guys, I'll probably talk more about it in a future video, but once I hit 100 subscribers, I am going to do some type of giveaway. So, if you are currently subscribed and you want me to do a giveaway, maybe share my page with a friend and help me get to 100 subscribers. Because the sooner that we do, the sooner you have a chance to enter my giveaway. And I can tell you only one thing about it, and that is that it's going to be a product or products that are very hard to get and are possibly no longer available. So, if you're intrigued and you're interested, then definitely make sure, and I would appreciate it so much, if you would share my channel with someone who you think might enjoy it. And let's get this giveaway going. Okay, so I messed up a little bit right there, but I'll wait for it to dry before I get rid of it. I'm gonna meld the powders into my skin one more time. I'm probably not going to put on a matte set. Well, no, I guess if I was going to the beach, I want it to last all day. So we're going to use the Milani Make It Last, which is like shellac for your face. And where's my makeup wipes? I can get this Shitanimo off my lips. That didn't count as a bad word, because there was an onimo at the end of it. Okay, now we're going to go in. What are we going to go in with? We're going to go in with Stripped Down by MAC, which is one of my favorite lip liners of theirs. They really do have very good lip products. And why is this not? There we go. Oh, like what is going on? Okay. This is a new one. I feel like they changed the color a little bit. I feel like it used to be, a little bit different of a shade. I feel like it didn't used to be this orangey, but okay. Actually, I don't think I like the new shade, so I'm gonna try again. Then something different. I don't know. I have to play with that a little bit more, but I don't like it. I feel like they changed. Just going around my mouth just to make sure I didn't take off any foundation. I'm going to go in with Midnight Cowboy by Urban Decay, which I think is a little bit more of the look that I was going for. Sorry if you hear music in the background. It was early in the morning, and my husband's alarm is going off. That means it's time for him to go to work, or at least get up to go to work. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to go in with a gloss in the center, which is Funfetti by Juvia. I love this gloss. It's just a pretty iridescent, and it has many different shades in it, like green, blue, pink, peach glitter. And one more spray of setting spray, and we're done. So this is the final look. I think I really, really like it. Like I said, you don't have to use this expensive palette, but if you like expensive palettes, then this is definitely a good one. All the Natasha Denona ones are good. I'm going to be doing some looks with some of the different palettes. I own them, so I want to use them. And I'm always going to give the disclaimer that you don't have to use it. I am also going to show you, I forgot I wanted to do this, what it looks like with just a smidge of glitter in the inner corner. This is the Pixie. Oh, this has such a long name. I always forget what it is. It's the Pixie, Fairy Lights. Fairy Lights in the color Sunray. And it just adds a little bit of pop in the inner corner. So you could also do that if you like. But this is the finished look. There will be close-ups on my Instagram. Please don't forget to check that out too. Please subscribe, comment down below anything that you want to see on my channel that you haven't seen yet. And hit that notification bell if you want to know every time I upload. I do upload at least 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes more. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day today. It is early in the morning, so we have a long way to go before evening. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching.